So my name is Zoe Clark. I'm Self-Management Program Officer here at NASS, and today I'm joined by Lara Wiseman. Lara is a pain management mindset mentor and life coach. Hi Lara, thank you so much for joining today. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. Thank you for having me today, Zoe.
You're welcome. I'm really excited about this session. I think it's going to be really valuable to our viewers. So as I said, I'll let everyone join and pop a hello in the comments as well. So please do let us know if you're watching live. We'll keep an eye on those as they come in.
Okay.
And today's going to be a really good session because Lara's going to give us a short presentation about hypnotherapy and NLP, and then she'll be going through a live light hypnosis taster session, so you can join that live. If you are watching and want to join live, then sometimes having headphones in can be helpful, and that can just help you with the relaxation part of the session. So yeah, we've got a few people joining already. So hi everyone, thank you. And we'll have a Q&A session at the end as well. So do pop any questions for Lara in the comment section and we'll come through and answer those towards the end of the session as well. Wonderful. Yeah, we've got lots of people watching already. So I think we're ready to get started then. Just to let everyone know, as always, the video will stay on the page afterwards. So you can always come back later and catch up on it then. And also for the light hypnosis session, you can always then rewatch that and use it repeatedly for the relaxation part. So Lara, are you ready to go? I can hand over to you now for the presentation.
Yes, definitely. I'm ready to go. Yeah. Hi guys, thank you for joining me today. I've created a slideshow for you, so I'm just going to bring that up now and then I'll pop behind the slides and then I'll come back out at the end for the Q&A. So hi, thanks for joining me today for what I hope you'll find to be an informative and relaxing experience. As Zoe said, my name is Lara and I'm a pain management mindset mentor and life coach, and I give hope to people living with chronic pain. I help them learn how to break old habits held by their unconscious mind, put there by past experiences or fears for the future. And I've got lots of tools that help my clients, but today we will be concentrating mainly on gentle light hypnosis for relaxation and pain management. And I found this immensely calming and a powerful tool when I was on my AS journey. So a quick breakdown of our time together today. I'm going to explain my own journey living with AS, and then I'll explain why I'm an expert in my field. And then I'll do a brief description of hypnosis and NLP and how that can help you build skills and confidence so that you can take control of your AS and your life. And I'll also explain a bit about pain too. And then I'll finish with that relaxation light hypnosis session for you for pain management. And that's going to give you a new tool that you can take away for your AS tool belt. So my journey started as many other AS journeys have, and some of my story may sound similar to your own. Misdiagnosed by the GP in my late teens, suffered with stiffness and pain in my lower back throughout my 20s, seen by many different doctors, prescribed many different medications, and an MRI finally showed bilateral sacroiliitis, and my diagnosis of AS was made, but then followed years of physiotherapy, hydrotherapy, acupuncture, and even surgery. And all the medications worked for a while, but then they stopped, which I know happens a lot, and you're not alone if this has happened to you. I suffered many medication side effects and lived with reduced flexibility for years. And I was even tested for Cauda equina syndrome when I developed urinary incontinence. And whilst using a biologic that was working for me, I was diagnosed with malignant melanoma and my AS medication was stopped. And then my thoughts turned to, how would I be able to function? What did the future hold for me now? And my full focus was on that fact that the AS was now going untreated. I spent every moment of the day thinking about AS, and I developed feelings of anxiety, started having panic attacks, became agoraphobic, started getting OCD tendencies, and was diagnosed with PTSD and general anxiety disorder in relation to past experiences. And I began fearing the future. I felt my story was pre-written. The AS was going to get out of control and take over my body as I dealt with the melanoma. And I based myself in the future and thought of nothing but the negatives that were waiting for me there. Fear and anxiety were my two new best friends. They had a positive intention. They were allowing me to plan for the future that was waiting for me, and I had control over that, and I believed that this was a good thing. Looking at it now, it's obvious to see that it was far from a good thing. But your mind is brilliant. It creates beliefs, the rules that we set up to live our life by based on past experiences, based on things that we have accepted from our parents, partners, school, culture, and general events in our lives. They're not fact, but strongly held opinions about ourselves, others, the world, and the future. They determine our motivation, feelings, and actions, and beliefs drive behaviour. They can be empowering and they can hold you back. And it was in that dark moment when I realised that I was being held back, and I may not have been able to control what was happening to me, but I certainly could control how I handled it and felt about it. I had a choice, and I wanted the option to take back control. I began a 5-year journey of self-discovery. I had coaching, NLP and hypnosis, and learned amazing new tools to overcome obstacles. My life changed so much for the better that I trained in those very modalities, and I am now a qualified life coach, and I use NLP techniques and hypnosis, along with gentle coaching conversations to allow my clients to overcome pain, fears, phobias, worries, and limiting beliefs. And together we work on healing from past events and plan for a positive, empowering future. And I can show you how you can learn to control your thoughts and emotions, which in turn allow you to take positive, empowering actions and get the results you aim for, just like I did. When I was told that the melanoma may have spread, I decided that if I survived, I would share this new, empowering, positive way of looking at life. And here I am, sharing it with you today. All of this makes me an expert in my field. I understand exactly where you are, exactly how you feel, and I know that your story is not pre-written. You are the author of your story. Rewrite the ending you want. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're probably right. By Henry Ford. And a positive mindset is needed to allow you to take small steps on a daily basis into an empowered future. Reframing negative thoughts into positive ones creates a new habit, and over time your mind creates shortcuts, so eventually this will be your automatic go-to thought process. I have some information here on affirmations and visualizations and journaling. And more information can be found on my website about these topics and many others. All you need to do is scroll down to the bottom of the page to find the free resources. So, hypnosis and NLP, what exactly are they? Hypnosis is a natural state of mind like daydreaming, and when you've used your creative imagination, you remain aware and in control at all times. The brain experiences hypnosis in similar ways to meditation and relaxation. And working at the unconscious level empowers people to discover and develop strengths in themselves that they didn't know they had. It amplifies your hidden abilities such as courage, determination, resilience, focus, and even the capability to reduce the subjective experience of pain. Hypnosis can help you quit smoking, stick to a healthier diet, calm down your emotional response to pain, and return to exercise. What is NLP? Well, it's the study of the mind and the nervous system. And it's the study of the language and how we use it in relation to ourselves, others, and the world around us. It's the study of the sequence of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviours, the programs that we run off of. And it involves a positive attitude. As humans, we're affected by what happens to us and around us, mainly because of the meaning we make of what is happening. A positive attitude is knowing that whatever happens, you can deal with it. And NLP allows you to create this positive mindset and heal from past experiences, plan for future that you desire and deserve, gives you a new perspective of the world and your role within it, allows you to calmly navigate your way through life, lowering stress levels, feelings of anxiety and overwhelm. You have a choice, and you can choose to take control, and you can choose to achieve your goal. I want you to become positive, focused, confident, and in control of your pain level. An exercise of any kind is very important when living with AS. Limitations, both physically and mentally, may have you believing you can't exercise. But it's time to start focusing on what you can do. The power of language. Your mind doesn't know the difference between the truth and a vividly imagined event. Now, if you were to head over to my website, you'll find a video on there called the Lemon Test. And this is an exercise that shows you firsthand the power of the mind and the influence that it has over the body. Pop over there and give it a go. And the mind is so powerful and helpful as long as you have control and don't let it run into the future. Live in the moment. Now, knowledge is power, so I want to tell you a bit about pain now. Pain is designed to protect us. It's temporary. It's a reversible state. The pain itself is not causing damage. Physiological changes in our body can create our pain. Blood flow, brain activity, nerve firing patterns and muscle tension. And when we feel physical pain, it can bring with it a mixture of fears, anxieties, and emotional reactions. And this can lower our mood and makes us irritable. And then we feel stressed. And stress from pain itself can cause anticipation of more pain, fear, worry, and a more sensitive nervous system. So much activity is going on inside our bodies when it comes to processing pain. We feel it in our bodies through our gastrointestinal system, our nervous system, our heart and muscles. And the symptoms you may feel could be IBS, tingling, numbness, burning, rapid heart rate, and pain almost anywhere in the body. And the nervous system can learn to feel these sensations, and as the cycle repeats, creating a habit, the brain and the nervous system become wired to make the body feel continuous pain. And what does the pain mean for you as an individual? When pain becomes chronic, we start to give it more attention. Studies have shown that focusing your thoughts and attention on your pain can make things considerably worse. Over time, your brain keeps track of everything that could possibly be related to your pain. It starts to be more fearful of anything it thinks might be a threat. And this hypersensitivity is almost universal in chronic pain sufferers. You're not alone. And I'm here to teach you how to unwind this, how to replace those thoughts with more resourceful ones and replace avoidance with positive engagement. And when you engage in positivity, your brain surpasses the pain. Put your focus on something important to you, something you value. Your thoughts become your feelings, and your feelings become your actions. Okay, and breathe. The learning section is over now, and now it's time for you. So now we're going to start the gentle light hypnosis session. Now, please don't listen to this whilst you're driving or operating any machinery of any kind in the future. And please make sure you're in a safe, warm, and comfortable environment that is quiet. For this session today, you can either be seated or laying down. Whatever feels comfortable is perfectly right for you. And please ensure that you will not be disturbed for the next 16 or so minutes. This time is for you. Nobody wants anything from you now. This is your special time to focus on you. Now, before we start, I'd like you to make a note of where you currently are on a scale of 1 to 10 with your pain level, right here, right now. 1 being no pain at all, and 10 being the worst pain you could have. And if you'd like to, you could put your answers in the comments. Now we're going to start this session by focusing on our breath. Slowly breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Take a few more breaths here at your usual pace. And as you feel your breathing slowing down to a calm, relaxed pace, I invite you to focus your attention inwards. As you breathe in and out, in and out. I want you to feel the gentle rise and fall of the body as the body breathes itself, and let yourself drop into a state of being rather than doing. Right here, right now, just present with the breath. Let your energy settle. Soften the shoulders, belly, and thighs. And watch the breath with a sense of loving awe. And as you watch the breath, of course, thoughts will still arise. The mind is energy and always at play. Today, as you notice these thoughts, watch them as if from a distance. You are not your thoughts, but the witness of these thoughts. And I want you to focus your gaze on that screen now. I want you to keep your eyes totally and completely focused on the screen. Choose a petal to focus on. And soon, very soon, you'll notice your eyelids becoming heavy as they begin to blink more and more. They become so heavy that you can barely keep them open. Just try to keep those heavy eyes open. They are so heavy that they just want to close. Relax all those little muscles around the eyes. And take a deep breath now and just let those eyes close if that feels right for you. And whilst you continue listening to the sound of my voice, your eyes continue to feel comfortable but heavy, and that relaxed feeling now flows all the way down to the tips of your toes, until every nerve, every muscle, every fibre of your body becomes comfortable and relaxed, relaxed and at peace with the universe. Now picture yourself at the top of a long flight of stairs, beginning to descend down deeper and deeper, going down, down, deeper and deeper. And when you reach the bottom of the stairs, just take another deep, refreshing breath and really enjoy those wonderful feelings inside of you. Good. Remembering here that you are not your thoughts, but just a witness of them. Picture your thoughts as if they're clouds or bubbles. A thought arises, it floats up and into your awareness. And then, if left alone, it will also float on by, dissipate, or burst. Stay present with your breath. Be aware of thought clouds or bubbles that arise. Like clouds, like bubbles, understand that these thoughts are not solid, not fixed. They are blown by the wind, they come and go. We cannot grasp at a cloud or a bubble, and neither is there any point at grasping to these thoughts. So let them be. Practice lovingly allowing your thoughts to shift, change, and flow. Nothing to fight against, nothing to stop. Love your thoughts, and at the same time, let them go. Now, if you have sensations, feelings of pain, I want you to focus on that for me right now. Wherever it is, just pay attention to that pain sensation and see if it's trying to tell you anything. Really get inside that sensation you have there. It is your friend just drawing to your attention that something is not quite right. Give your pain a name and a feeling. Is it sharp or dull, or heavy or strong? And really notice that feeling. Give it a colour that reflects how you feel. Quite often, pain sensations are angry red, or it can be stormy black, or a very dull grey. Whatever colour comes to mind is perfectly right for you. Now imagine a shape, perhaps a round or spiky or flat and sharp shape. Whatever shape comes to mind can only be right. Now take your pain sensation and, using your powerful mind, change its colour to a colour that you represent as being calm, relaxing, complete comfort. See the colour in your mind slowly changing shade, perhaps even moving position in your body. Maybe adding white to your dark colour, watching the colour fade away. Maybe mixing a golden light into the colour, changing it to the perfect colour for you. The colour that your mind associates with calm, relaxing, and complete comfort. Whichever sensation or thought regarding your pain sensation comes to mind, change it. If you have a spiky sensation, how does it feel once you've slowly rounded off the edges and smoothed out the spikes, creating a totally different image and sensation? What happens to the pain sensation if you change the shape or the size? If it's a large image, imagine it shrinking with each breath you take. Slowly watching it shrink, getting smaller and smaller, fading away until it's so small you can watch it getting washed down the drain. And maybe other sensations come in and neutralize the discomfort so that you sense a feeling of comfort and peace. And watch the comfort and peace as it grows and takes on a harmonious colour, a smooth shape, a calm and peaceful feeling. Now in hypnosis, we can produce anaesthesia by visualising heat or cold and transferring it to another part of the body where it is needed. Like imagining a glowing orange fire with flames dancing and rising up. Maybe you can remember such heat from maybe a bonfire or an open log fire. As you warm your hands by that fire, the palms become warmer and warmer, tingling, and feeling the heat in the palms of your hands. You can transfer that heat to wherever you instinctively know that your body needs it. Maybe you can remember the numb feeling when you played in the snow with no gloves on and your hands were so cold they went numb. You couldn't feel them. And that time you were out in the depths of winter and it was so cold that your hands and feet went numb. Remember that feeling. Experience that sensation again. Remembering what you saw through your own eyes. Remembering what you heard. Bring back those feelings of how you felt in that moment. Really get a sense of being there again. Feeling that cold numbness. It was almost as if the cold, numb hand didn't belong to you anymore. Remember that feeling. Experience that sensation again now. And when that sensation is there, I want you to pause for a moment. Now place your hand wherever you want to transfer that feeling to. You may have to lift that hand with the other hand, and as you do, feel the numbness there beginning to spread, beginning to melt into that place on your body where you need to feel more comfortable. And now as you rest there with this new alternative response, with this new image of you being calm, relaxed, and feeling comfort and peace, I want you to really get a feeling of what this new way of being feels like for you. And I invite you to draw your attention inwards, noticing any new positive sensations, maybe in the mind, maybe in the chest, maybe in the tummy. This sense of calm, comfort and peace. And when you can feel this flowing through your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, at the peak of the feeling of comfort and peace, I invite you to begin to alter the image you have in your mind's eye. This new positive way, it's time to make it bigger, brighter, bolder, louder. Really allow yourself to feel this new positivity. Allow the image to fill the screen of your mind. And when you feel this new way of being, this new sensation, you know that only positive thoughts can be heard. There is no room for negativity in this mindset. As you create a new thought habit, a new way of being in relation to the pain sensations. Always know that from this moment and going into the future, you have the control within your hands to bring either heat or cold to the area of your body that needs its healing powers the most. You hold that power in your unconscious mind. As you feel that new powerful way of being, I would like you to take your thumb and forefinger and push them together, just so you can feel a slight pressure. Whilst totally immersed in this wonderful new feeling of calm, relaxed, comfort and peace, I want you to think the word choice, choice, choice. And I want you to do this for 15 seconds. I'll count. You don't need to worry. Immersing yourself in the feeling of calm, the feeling of relaxed, the feeling of comfort and peace. Choice, choice, choice. Just hold that image in your mind, gently pushing your thumb and forefinger together, and think that word, choice. Now I want you to slowly bring your awareness back to where you are, keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Become aware of the sounds around you, becoming aware of the pressure between you and the chair or the bed. When you're ready, I'd like you to gently flutter your eyes open and slowly look around the room where you are and find 3 things of the same colour. May sound strange, but say them out loud to yourself, bringing your awareness fully back into the present moment. And welcome back. Okay, now it's time to test the positive anchor that you have just created. So just one more time, if you close your eyes for me again, please. And then slowly visualize your positive image. Press your thumb and forefinger together and think the word choice. I have the choice how to respond here, and I choose calm, relaxed, comfort and peace. And I know the pain sensation itself is not causing damage. This is just my nervous system's response. As I send the messages up throughout the central nervous system to the mind, I begin to create my new neural pathway, overwriting my old go-to automatic response. Well done. You can now open your eyes and be fully alert and back in the room. Now, if you bring to mind the old pain sensation you had before we began this light hypnosis, and now I'd like you to think about where you are on that scale of 1 to 10. Has your number decreased? I hope so. If a situation arises in the future and you require this new state, just press your thumb and finger gently together and think the word choice. And this will trigger a change of events within the nervous system that will bring the calm, relaxed, comfort and peace feeling, and it will wash over you, allowing you to respond in this new, resourceful way. Each morning, we are born again, and what we do today is what matters most. If you like what you've experienced here today and you'd like to find out more, please feel free to take a look at my website, laralifecoach.co.uk. Again, there's some free resources down at the bottom of the page there. There's a really good one on stress that I would thoroughly recommend. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Lara the Life Coach. And if you've got any questions or queries regarding anything I've covered here today, please feel free to reach out to me via email, which is laralifecoach@gmail.com, or you can give me a ring. Thank you very much for your time today, and I hope you found that informative and interesting. Now, I do have a special offer at the moment for NASS members, where you can give me a free, no obligation 45-minute call. And it can be either a Zoom call or over the telephone. And on that call, you get to tell me what's going on for you right now. And I can share with you how the techniques and strategies of NLP and hypnosis can help you overcome any obstacles and allow you to create the future life that you desire. It's now time to open the floor up to you guys. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and it's time for the Q&A.
Hi Lara, that was wonderful, thank you. I'll let your video come back on so we can see you. Fantastic.
There we go.
I'll give you a chance to breathe now.
Yes.
It was really wonderful as well at the beginning of the session to hear how these techniques have helped you with your AS as well. I think it's really wonderful to kind of share, what's worked for you and how that, brought you into this work as well.
Yeah, they really did work for me, which is why I'm so passionate about sharing them with everybody else, because I know that they're very, very powerful.
That's fantastic. We've got some comments coming in saying people are feeling a bit calmer. Mandy's saying she's feeling more relaxed and positive. Thank you. That's lovely. As I expected, we didn't have many comments coming in as you were doing the session, so I think that's a good sign. We had lots of people watching and hopefully lots of people relaxing.
Hopefully, yes. Yeah, lovely.
So for anyone watching, please pop any questions for Lara in the comments and we'll go through them. We've had a question from Jane just now asking if you do hypnosis sessions on CD or app. So she's feeling very relaxed after the hypnosis. Thank you.
That isn't something that I do at the moment, but I can record them and send them over to clients. So if I do a hypnosis session on a Zoom call one-to-one and the client gets a lot of benefit from it, then I will record that and then send it over. But it isn't a CD that I can send out, but that's definitely something that I can do. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And actually that leads me on to another question of is this something that people can practice regularly? Will that affect sort of how effective it is at all?
Absolutely, yes. If you can practice it as often as you can, the more you think in that way, the more that you listen to the words of the hypnosis, the more your unconscious mind will take notice of the new resourceful way of being. And because our mind is quite lazy, it creates very short neurological pathways to the new way of being. So the more you listen to something, the more you repeat it, then that will have a deeper impact on your unconscious mind, and your mind will go to that as its first thought process rather than its like old negative thought process that it's had for a while.
Oh, that's really interesting. And we did have a more specific comment from Sarah, who said she was diagnosed with AS 6 years ago, and since then she's become withdrawn and stopped doing her hobbies. And she asked, sort of, how does she find herself again?
Okay, so what is it that stopped her from stopping from doing the hobbies? If it's just a feeling of a fear of bringing on a pain, then most definitely a positive mindset and looking into the future with knowing that you can do things, because your mind is stopping you from doing stuff because it's trying to protect you. And fear of the future and fear of what is to come is just vividly imagined. And so if we create a positive mindset about the future, then our mind focuses on that positivity and the things that we want to do, and then it creates situations that allow us to do that. It's about focusing. So if our focus is that we can't do something, then we will just constantly hear, see, think and feel all of those things, going back to belief. So we will believe that we can't do something. where in fact, if you want to get back to any sports, then if you want to message me through the website via email, I can go into more detail with you about the techniques that you can use for that. Yeah, it's quite a lot to go into here.
Yeah, that's a very broad question. And yeah, and it's really interesting to know that obviously it depends on kind of what's caused that effect, and that you investigate that to then find sort of what works best for someone. Um,
Absolutely.
I suppose as well, in terms of from the NASS side, if just making sure that you're under the care of your rheumatologist still, and making sure from the medical side, do discuss that with your rheumatologist and your rheumatology team as well. I think it's really important to discuss the activities you're able to do and things you want to get back to as well.
That's right. And you may not be able to go back to it exactly how you did it before, but you can get back to it in some sense. And then that will give you the positivity that it's still there and you can still do it. It's still part of your identity. And that then flows into the other areas of your life. And then you just become a more positive, have a positive outlook on everything.
Brilliant. And we did have a couple of comments from Pam and Donna in the chat, who both have young children, and they said they find it difficult when they have that low mood because of pain and tiredness and exhaustion. I suppose, do you have any kind of general advice, or again, is that something it's worth chatting to you specifically about?
I think probably because everybody's on their own unique journey, it's really difficult. Different things bring different people down for different reasons. So yeah, please feel free to message me through the website, through the email, and I can give you a ring and we can arrange and have a chat, and I can find out what's going on for you and suggest some things that you can do, definitely.
That's wonderful. So I think we've covered all the comments there. I'll just have a quick scroll and just make sure, see whether we've missed anything, and give everyone another minute just to pop any other questions in there. While we wait, was there anything else you wanted to add, Lara? I mean, I know it's been a very extensive session already. Any final thoughts?
Just that I've got another special offer for NASS members. So at the moment, my sessions are for an hour and a half, and the investment at the moment is £60 for the hour and a half, but for NASS members, it would be £40 for the session. So that's £20 discount for that. And within the sessions, we can cover if there's fears, phobias, we can just concentrate on that one thing. Or if it's a broader thing like a general anxiety, then we can cover that as well. So a lot can be covered in an hour and a half.
Oh, that's excellent. Thank you for sharing that with our members. And I've popped all the details of the offers and how to get in touch in the video description as well. So I'd encourage everyone to go take a look at your website and get in contact. And you mentioned to me before that when people get in contact, if you just select on the contact form that you heard about it through NASS, so that Lara knows for those special offers.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah. So, oh, one last question's popped in just in time. Someone says, I'm so sore and tired, feel so frustrated and guilty, I can't do my housework all the time. So I imagine, is that similar advice in terms of things to work on?
One thing I would say in a one-to-one session with regards to that is whose should is behind the housework. Who should be doing it? When should it be done? What's driving you to feel that you need to be doing it whenever you think you need to be doing it? It's something that we can look at. That's the language that we use with ourselves. So it's when you're having those days when you're feeling in pain and low, it's about taking that time to be aware that you need to just take a moment, refocus, and choose maybe one or two things to do. Don't have too much to do, and look and then feel proud and positive on the couple of things that you did do. And then tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a new morning. Yeah.
That's lovely advice. That echoes sort of what we were chatting about before we went live as well, where talking about pacing ourselves and not putting pressure on ourselves as well. So that's really, really lovely advice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So thank you again so much. And it looks like loads of people have found that really helpful. So we'll pop it on our website and on YouTube afterwards. So everyone can catch up afterwards. They can do the hypnosis session again. And yeah, just get all the benefits from that.
Great.
So thank you.
Hearing
Thank you again. Sorry, I missed that.
look forward to hearing from people.
Absolutely. We've got Bob commenting already. I'll send over the contact details to Bob as well, because he's going to get in contact. So thank you again. And I'll just let everyone know that next week's session is going to be Wednesday the 28th at 1 o'clock again. And I'm joined by Sarah Leyland, who is a specialist osteoporosis nurse and clinical advisor to the Royal Osteoporosis Society. So we'll be talking all about bone health and osteoporosis, looking after your bones and how you can do that when you live with axial SpA. So thank you again so much, Lara. And yeah, look forward to everyone getting in contact with you and finding the benefits.
Fabulous. Thank you very much for having me today.
You're welcome. Bye everyone, and I'll see you next week.
Bye.